A peculiar family sets off on a wild road trip, causing chaos wherever they go. But their journey takes a shocking turn when a mysterious man claims their daughter was switched at birth. As she digs for the truth, she discovers eerie experiments, hidden connections, and a sinister plot unfolding in the shadows. Is her whole life a lie, or is something even darker at play? Stay tuned, the movie begins. At the annual middle school science fair, the ever-morbid Wednesday Addams stands before a skeptical audience, her gaze steady and unreadable. The overhead lights cast an eerie glow on the stage as she unveils her latest experiment, a breakthrough in genetic enhancement, fusing the DNA of her pet squid, Socrates, with human biology. Her voice is level, almost detached, as she explains the intricate modifications, her words laced with an unsettling certainty that leaves the crowd shifting in their seats. Then, without hesitation, she injects the formula into Uncle Fester. The room tenses, breaths collectively held. As the change begins, his body convulses, twisting unnaturally. Thick, glistening tentacles burst from his arms, writhing in the air, his eyes rolling back in momentary shock. Gasps ripple through the audience, some horrified, others morbidly fascinated. For a moment, it seems as though the transformation might consume him entirely. But then, just as suddenly as it began, the mutation stabilizes, straightens with an almost childlike glee, flexing his fingers as if discovering them for the first time. Finally, one of them clears their throat, fumbling for authority. Due to the unique nature of this project, we've decided that everyone will receive a participation trophy. The words land like an insult. Wednesday's grip tightens around the edge of the podium, her expression unreadable, yet her disappointment as palpable as a looming storm. She had expected nothing short of absolute victory, and this half-hearted reward is an insult to her intellect. Before she can protest, the lights flicker. A crackling distortion fills the room, warping the air above the stage. Then a ghostly hologram materializes, Cyrus Strange, the infamous yet brilliant scientist, his expression a mixture of amusement and admiration. "Impressive work, Miss Addams," he murmurs, his voice slithering through the silence like a serpent. "A mind like yours deserves more than a school science fair." His image wavers, then vanishes, leaving behind a walls sense the quiet discord settling between them. The usual eerie warmth of their home feels muted. Wednesday withdraws into herself, dissect Judge's eyes, every syllable of Cyrus Strange's cryptic praise. She had expected brilliance to be met with reverence, yet all she received was a meaningless consolation prize and an unsettling mystery trailing her like a shadow. Had ended in disaster, molten lava, screams, and yet another reason for them to look at him was against his bed, arms crossed, grumbling to himself. Uncle Fester, ever the misguided mentor, seizes the moment to impart wisdom. "Attraction, my dear nephew, is like a well-timed explosion," he declares, gesturing wildly, unexpected, dramatic, and slightly dangerous. He demonstrates his theory with a bottle of questionable chemicals, only for the mixture to detonate in a puff of purple smoke, singeing what remains of his hair. Pugsley groans. This too is a failure. Sensing the quiet fractures forming within the family, Gomez refuses to let them widen. Nothing rekindles the familial flame like the open road, a series of near-death experiences and unbridled chaos. Morticia, ever perceptive, hesitates. There is something in the air, a whisper of unease threading through the silence. Her instincts coil, warning her of something just beyond the veil of the known. But she exhales softly and agrees, for the sake of keeping their family together. Just as they are set to leave, an unexpected visitor arrives. Mr. Mostella, his figure gaunt and his smile her mask of indifference. Something stirs within Wednesday. As they embark on their journey, the weight of that doubt presses against her ribs. The air hums with an uncanny energy, but Wednesday, ever the skeptic, dismisses it all as mere theatrics, until she overhears Fester reminiscing about the night of her birth. His voice, uncharacteristically subdued, details a moment of chaos. Yet, when he shares his own struggles with identity and self-acceptance, Wednesday listens more intently than she lets on. The unease festers, Unable to bear the questions any longer, she stealthily collects a strand of Gomez's hair, sending it off for a biological match. That night, shaken but resolute, she accepts an invitation from Cyrus Strange to visit his lab in Sausalito. When the family sleeps, she slips away. Now a full-fledged squid creature, his slick, glistening tentacles lash through the air, striking Cyrus with unpredictable force. Cyrus, blinded by his own unchecked power, stumbles toward the edge of a shattered balcony. His monstrous form sways, teetering on the brink of the abyss below. His weakened and barely clinging to consciousness, collapses. His grotesque form finds solace among them, embraced as one of their own. But Wednesday, ever the skeptic, cannot let one question remain unanswered. She turns to Gomez one last time. If the DNA test showed no match, how am I truly your daughter? Gomez, unfazed, simply grins and lifts his toupee. Because, my dear, you tested a wig. Afflictles no need to question where she belongs. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.